Welcome back, everybody, to the Galactic Games, and what a games it has been. The favored ones, the humans, have shown that they are incredibly resilient, and that is due to the fact that in many cases they have been ambushed on their own sports. It has absolutely been a crazy, crazy time, this games, ladies and gentlemen. The humans, even in the slalom, have been ambushed by every single one. They were cut off. You will see on the screen here how one of them was cut off, forced to slow down, and others came up behind, attempting to knock them out, and in a few cases, knocked them over, and in a few cases, knocked them out of the competition permanently. As we know, most of these humans that are competing are not fully formed humans yet, which means they tend to be more resilient to being able to recover. However, in a few cases, it is believed that they will never fully recover, at least not for several years, and several of what they call surgeries, ladies and gentlemen, which is where they do, well, adjustments to the body. I know this is strange for most species, but it is what humans do. It is also noted that on several other ones, what they call European football, we call Schnackig, it turned out that many of the humans were being struck deliberately, trying to knock them out of the competition, eventually forcing them to forfeit due to lack of players able to continue. It was completely crazy. When it came down to the hand-to-hand combat, the humans still dominated, but it was pretty clear that many of those they went hand-to-hand against were using any type of dirty trick. More than one were caught using some sort of anesthetic on them, something that would knock them out. Anesthetics are completely banned in all of the games, ladies and gentlemen, and it must be brought up. The humans have been taking this not so well. At first, they kind of joked and played it off like it was nothing, but by the time we had got to the halfway point, the humans were no longer doing their telltale smile, but instead were completely business. It was not until we finally got to one competition known as Gralach, but the humans say they have a similar sport they call rugby. I think I'm pronouncing that correct. It is very similar. A few of the rules are slightly different, and the field is larger for the humans, which is why they were meant to be the favorites. However, it was very clear that several of the other species were using their claws in ways they were not supposed to. In fact, several of the humans have been sent out for emergency surgery during the game. It was to the point where the humans were offered to forfeit due to lack of personnel, but they simply stated, "No, we're still in." With that, the humans started going and were constantly called for fouls, yet the other side was not ever called for fouls no matter what they did. It is pretty clear that investigations will have to take place, and the humans almost did withdraw from the final event, the event that everyone is looking forward to, which is the Galactic Wargames event. It is meant to be the last for a reason, so that all others can place their bets on seeing how every species is. But as we see, the humans, they seem to not be having any type of fun anymore. This was supposed to be, as they put it, the fields of friendly strife, but it has only been strife for them. They have come out with meager wins, many times being forced to forfeit their wins due to injuries, loss of personnel, and so forth. The humans seem to be taking this rather personally, and I was warned, although I find this funny, they say, "Don't make us take this personal." I still do not understand the reason why that is, ladies and gentlemen, but we will find out during the Galactic Wargames. As you can see, many of the others have already taken the field, and most of them had started to upgrade their vehicles. Every single one of their walkers seems to have much more armor on it. We'll see if that hampers their maneuverability or not, ladies and gentlemen, and we will know whether or not the humans will actually be in attendance when their ship descends. This time, we expect a larger ship, as the rules have applied that there will only be 10 units and there is no limit to how strong or how heavy they can be. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone is awaiting to see what the humans are going to bring to this party. However, they are limited to one ship and one ship only. This ship must be able to land safely on the planet, given the area that they have. They cannot stretch out. They cannot do anything else like that. They cannot attach one ship to another. And the humans have agreed that they will follow this rule absolutely. As they said, we're not cheating bastards. We're still waiting on translating for bastard, though. We don't know what that means. However, as you can see, the humans are on their way down. They will be making planetfall in the new arena in approximately 5 minutes. And we are all waiting with bated breath. As we wait, ladies and gentlemen, let's all look out to the other species. As you can see, again, they have upgraded. Many of them have not even accounted for all 10 that they could have on the battlefield, as many of them believe that their walkers are going to be far too fragile to face the humans. I can understand that, as many of them went down with 1 or 2 of the missiles that struck them. Humans are notorious for having extremely good guided missiles. However, they do not seem to be reliant on them as much. That may change, ladies and gentlemen. However, if we look over here at the Zarnak, they seem to be ready for the missiles. As you can see, as the camera pans down, the extreme density of their carapace. And I was told, yes, is right here in front of me, ladies and gentlemen. They have a double hull design. Seriously, they have taken after their own capital ships in this instance. So in case one of them is struck by a missile, the explosion will dissipate enough to not penetrate through the secondary hull. They have also sloped their armor more, a little bit different than what they had used before, to try and deflect some of those kinetic rounds that the humans seem to be so fond of. Even though it seems as though everyone is lining up a number of, yes, an absolute 10. We have I'm getting the percentage now, ladies and gentlemen. It is 81% of the species involved have a total of the maximum 10 units that they can bring. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be absolutely crazy. As we see the ship coming down, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to describe that. Ladies and gentlemen, the human ship is landing. It is still using fusion. I do not know why the humans insist on using a fusion torch shoved up the ass of their dropships, but apparently they do. And it is landing, and this thing, wow, that is big. That is just massive. That is, wow, ladies and gentlemen, that is incredible. How did they land that, something that large? I'm not sure. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm at a loss looking at this thing. For those who do not have a video feed, I'll let you know that it is cone shaped. It is wide on the bottom. It appears to have at least a dozen different engines on the bottom, all using fusion type thrust. Comes up not fully to a point, but it seems to come up, and then the point is cut off a little bit towards the top. There appears to be weapons on the side, weapon blisters. But they are not deployed, ladies and gentlemen, and I may be able to see a type of bridge structure, but it's hard to tell from this angle, ladies and gentlemen. We can't seem to get any of our videos close due to the backblast of all this thrust coming down. It seemed to be thrust vectoring just a little bit as it is now touching down. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, it has touched down, and it has totally scorched the landscape. Wow. I don't know if they're going to be able to use that one again, ladies and gentlemen. It is completely melted. It is actually still glowing red as the struts have landed on the ground. And we can see the doors begin to open. They are not wasting any time. Being the newest species, ladies and gentlemen, they are the last ones in, and they will have the least amount of time to prepare. But as you know, ladies and gentlemen, they are more than willing to come at you ill-prepared and still come out on top. And as we can see, oh, hold on, I'm getting a video feed from their own commander, ladies and gentlemen. He is not going to be in the fight. He is simply one of their coaches. I'm going to be talking them through. Yes, Commander, can I help you? Yes, I just wanted to put this out to all the other species. I recommend that you punch out right now. Well, Commander, I don't believe anyone would ever punch out. It's not something we would do. Well, then I suggest you switch them over to being used as drones. Drones? Not everyone is an insectoid race, Commander. That's not what I mean. radio controlled. Put them on a different frequency. Because if you don't, I cannot guarantee their safety. I'm not sure what you're getting at, Commander. Could you please specify? Yeah, simple. We're professionals. But you did something you never do. And what would that be? You made it personal. Well, Commander, could you come? Commander, it seems he has shut off communications, and we are watching the other walkers come down off of the ramp. The ramp has actually come down, and what do we see coming down the ramp? Oh boy. Leading the way seems to be one of those squat walkers that seem to be able to fire extremely large projectiles out of its torso, one on each side. It seems to be moving rather slow, but it is moving. It's still walking. It seems to be kind of cumbersome, but it still works. And this is one I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, that everyone is going to want to stay clear. It won't matter how strong your armor is. This thing gets a direct hit. It's going stem to stern. It will skewer one of the other walkers completely right there. The double hull design, I know, is designed to deflect it. However, I have my apprehensions at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Behind them, there's two of the mechanical monsters from the first one. These seem to be updated versions, as they seem to have different types of weapons. They're still large, they're still in the same configuration, but they seem to be a little bit more well designed, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how else to say that. Behind this, I think we've seen this before. Hold on, let me check my notes, ladies and gentlemen. This looks a lot like the one we've seen before, the one they call the Commander's vehicle, but this one is much bigger, ladies and gentlemen. It seems to have a lot more armor on it. A lot more. And it's moving about as fast as the mechanical beast, ladies and gentlemen. This is surprising. I wonder if they're getting ready, if they know what's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It seems as though they do not want to take any chances, taking a lucky strike and ending up having to eject, ladies and gentlemen. But I'll tell you, they are not coming short-handed, I'll tell you that. As we see two more coming down different ramps. These are walkers I have not seen before, ladies and gentlemen. They're very tall, very, very tall, round, very round. They come to a point in the center, and they seem to have a head on an elevated neck, ladies and gentlemen. I don't understand that one. It will give them a very high vantage point in which to see from. I do not know if this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen, but I can tell by looking at its arms and its torso, it is loaded with a lot of armaments, and we all know human armaments are nothing to sneeze at. I guarantee a few of the other species are right now worried seeing what is coming down the ramp. And I worry too. I wonder what's going to be behind them. And I'm looking, and I don't see anything. Oh, they're coming down the other side, the other ramp. We have two of those what they call chicken walkers coming down. The ones with the big ears on top, those seem to be missile racks. They're coming down. We have seen these before, ladies and gentlemen. They seem to be slightly upgraded, but pretty much the same thing. A little bit more square. There's not as many rounded pieces, and there is seemingly more armor on it, ladies and gentlemen. They are coming down, and behind them is two more that we have seen before. These are the ones that have the right arm with a very powerful kinetic weapon on the side. We see in the left torso a whole bunch of missiles. Wow, they are not playing games on this one, ladies and gentlemen. It looks as though they are coming down, and yes, we can see the humans are starting to get in formation as they're moving forward to their start point. And we see that their ship is actually closing up. They have started retracting their ramp and closing the doors, seemingly at the same time. That is a rarity, ladies and gentlemen. Usually the doors are the ramp. And it seemed like the over-engineering of humans is taking place right here. And it, yes, has started its engine, and it doesn't seem to be bothering any of their walkers at all as they continue off, as their ship is, yes, taking off and leaving behind an impressive pile of magma, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that's hot. That I cannot understate that one, ladies and gentlemen. That is unbelievably warm. I would not want to be caught underneath that. Yeah, and it is now moving away. It is cranking its engines up, and it is now thunder. Wow, that is almost like a thunderclap as it's actually going up. It clapped as it came down. Most of us didn't actually understand what that was, but yes, that was the engines actually breaking through. It is actually amazing that they can lift something that large, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder what type of weapons it actually had on it, but that is not part of the war games, ladies and gentlemen. That's for actual war. As we move into the center of the arena, you can see this is the central area here. This is the area that they have to take. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, that they have to fire on each other if they see each other for the first 20 minutes. I wonder if it's going to be the same thing where they just simply deflect. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just been now handed a sheet. Hold on. Okay, I'm just going to read this straight up, ladies and gentlemen. Due to the bending of the rules as of the previous Galactic Wargames, it is this community's opinion that the following rule of the 20-minute delay is not to be followed anymore. All units are free to engage any species they desire at will. This rule may be reinstated at an additional Galactic Wargames. Well, that's an interesting one, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely interesting. It seems as though the humans are going to have their hands full, but looking over to the skybox that the humans are in to watch this, they do not look very happy, ladies and gentlemen. They are not doing the telltale human smile. In fact, they seem to be moving their hands in a way. We have what they call lip readers here. Could you tell us what they're saying? Mostly they're cursing. I really don't want to repeat that on a live channel, sir. That's understandable. Humans have been known to do that when they're upset or when they're happy or when they have gas. Humans just curse a lot, ladies and gentlemen, and that's just the way their combat forces are. Even the young ones are very impressive and very colorful in the way they speak these different types of words and phrases. But I'm going to change the subject because we are moving down to the field. We are just about ready. The humans have almost got into position. Everyone else is ready. And there is the flare. There is the red flare that starts the Galactic Wargames. And they have begun, ladies and gentlemen. They are moving incredibly quick. Everyone seems to be massing together towards the humans. No one is firing at each other, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone is heading towards the humans. It seems as though they want a piece. And as they move in, it's going to take a few minutes before they actually get within range of anyone. Even their longer ranged missiles are actually what the humans call nerfed by the war games themselves. It has been stated that the human missiles can reach out a whole lot farther than we give them credit for. However, they have shortened the length specifically to fall within the regulations of the war games, ladies and gentlemen. So as they're walking in, we have a someone here who wants to speak. This is the Fatnitata commander, and she has something to say about these war games. Will you? Yes, I do have something to say. We have decided that the humans have gotten too much of an ego. And as you've seen throughout the war games, our people have decided that the humans need to be brought down to their level. They are new to the galactic community, and they have not proven themselves beyond the war games to be suitable. So we are simply going to put them in their place. As you can see, all of ours are coming together. The entire galactic community have made it their personal mission to make the humans suffer a devastating defeat here. Well, isn't that rather taking it out? Isn't the point of the war games to simply allow everyone to get their violence out every once in a while on each other instead of actually going to war? Yes, that is true. That is very, very true. But I will tell you this. I will state this to all the gods in the pantheon. Humans are not worthy of the recognition. They have not proven it yet. They are simple traders, engineers, medics. That is all they will ever be. They are subclass to the galactic community. I wouldn't be so sure. They've really shown themselves to be. I don't care what you think. This is what the galactic community has proven themselves. We, through our own force of arms, have proven this as we've gone to war with each other so many times. We have shown our true strength, not through games, but through our own politics, through our own show of our fleets. We We are the superior ones, and we will prove it right here and right now. If you look, our people are about to do something the humans are definitely going to learn their lesson for, and they deserve to serve us. Okay, we will look down and we can see several of them stopping. Several other of the walkers have stopped. These are all different, very large walkers. The humans are still moving in a straight line. They have not changed, and they soon will be entering the valley. And it looks like the walkers are opening up. We have seen this before, ladies and gentlemen. It seems as though they are going to be firing a whole bunch of missiles, but hold on a moment. Those don't look like missiles, ladies and gentlemen. Those look like... Are those artillery? You do know that you're not supposed to use heavy artillery here. It's against it. We don't care. We will prove it once and for all that their vehicles and their personnel are not worthy. You know you're going to get disqualified. It doesn't matter. Ladies and gentlemen, they have fired. They have fired their artillery. It is going down. The humans seem to be moving. They seem to be opening up their formation. They're moving out. They can see that the arrow-shaped one, is the only one that might catch a piece of it, as it has gone to full speed to try and get out of the way of the artillery. They seem to know which way the artillery is coming. And, it's hitting. It's hitting, and we can see, ladies and gentlemen, yes, most of the humans have got out of the way. They have taken a few glancing shots, but they have not taken anything directly. And there's another volley of artillery coming in. The humans have now turned towards the artillery cannons, and they are moving full speed, as fast as they can go. Most of these vehicles are very large and very slow. They can't move that much faster, but they have, in fact, been missed by the second volley. The third volley has seemed to be adjusted as falling in, and the humans are again moving out of the way. How do they know where it's coming down? They must have some sort of sensor that's letting them know. I wonder how many more volleys they have. And there's a fourth one. The fourth one has gone out, and we can see through the video that, yes, they are closing their carapace. They appear to be out of artillery rounds, ladies and gentlemen. These may be heavy artillery. They struck the humans. They struck the humans. A couple of them just took direct hits. They just took direct hits. The ones that are very wide and very stout, the one that's there has taken a hit. It seems to have opened up a whole bunch on the side, but it has not actually stopped it. It seems to simply have staggered a little bit and has kept going. Also, one of the ones with all the weapons on it seems to have taken a hit, but they did not get the cockpit. It went down right beside and struck it in... hold on, let me check this. The humans call this part a shoulder. Ladies and gentlemen, it is absolute pandemonium down there. And it seems as though the humans have not stopped their charge. They are heading back. They are almost in the circle, ladies and gentlemen. They are effectively being surrounded, and they don't seem to care. They seem to want to go straight towards the artillery piece, the main body, and the first shots are out. The first direct shot fires are out, as some of them are trying to peek around any type of building or any type of terrain feature there. The humans are firing out all sorts of weapons, and their energy weapons, are they pulsing? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to say this, but somehow the humans have mastered pulse weapons. Pulse energy weapons are actually going out. They are firing pulse weapons. It is absolutely devastating. One of these pulses seems to have the same type of damage as one solid laser going out. This is absolutely crazy. They're just mowing them down, ladies and gentlemen. They're just knocking all the small ones down as they try to poke themselves out, and there are ejection pods going out all over the place. Many of the vehicles are smoldering as they're falling down towards the side. Some of them are disabled as they took a shot to the leg. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, by the great maker, this is insane. Did they just think that the humans would fall for an ambush? I don't think so. The humans have not even fired anything but direct weapons. I don't know what their plan is. Oh, wait, hold on, they're stopping. I guess I spoke too soon, ladies and gentlemen. They're stopping. They're all facing out, and then those in the back have just fired lasers. Ladies and gentlemen, the ones in the back seem to be the only ones firing any type of missiles. I'm sorry, I misspoke. It was missiles. They are going out. There's also coming from the mechanical monsters that we saw in the original games. Oh, they're firing out. They are tracking. They're scattering across the battlefield, and they are tracking. Many of the other walkers are trying desperately to get out of the way. They can't. Oh, jeez. Oh, shit. Wow. I don't know how else to say this, but they have all struck their target. I can't see but one one has been a complete and total miss, but that walker they were facing was a smaller one, seems to be a little faster, and just happened to get out of the way, but he didn't get out of the way of the blast radius. It looks like he took a little bit of leg damage, but still, it is absolute crazy. Many of the walkers are down, ladies and gentlemen. They are down, and ejection pods are filling the sky. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolute chaos as the humans are continuing their motion again. Holy crap, can we get them to stop even just a little bit? Ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely crazy. The larger walkers are now getting into range. They should be getting into range. Holy crap, what in the name of the demon's ballsack just happened? The humans just fired their kinetic rounds at a range farther than anyone else has, and they just took out most of the heavy walkers. They're down. Many of them are desperately trying to get back on their feet, but most of them are down, and ejection pods are going through the sky. Ladies and gentlemen, I have never seen this many pods and this many parachutes at one time. The recovery teams are absolutely staggered by the amount of pods that are in the air. They are desperately trying to grab them as they are going down. That is not a fun experience, being caught on the way towards the ground as one of our fixed-wing aircraft actually goes and scoops you up. But wow, it is absolute craziness. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Ladies and gentlemen, the humans seem to have upgraded their kinetic cannons. These, what they call rail guns, are they coil guns? Hold on, I'm double checking. They either. This is strange, ladies and gentlemen. I've never seen kinetic weapons that can reach out that accurately, that far. This is absolute craziness, ladies and gentlemen. Many of the other forces are fighting back. They are breaching, and they are firing as best they can. They seem to be firing anything. They're dumbfiring their missiles, trying desperately to try and hit the humans. The humans seem to not even seem to care. They are holding formation as they are pulling forward. They're still trying like crazy to actually fight their way to the front. Looks like they're actually bypassing. They are in the circle now, ladies and gentlemen. They are now in the circle. They must actually be contested. Someone else has to be in the circle, but to do that, everyone else is going to have to be exposed. And it seems like the humans they're going to be reaching the center of the circle soon. But what are they serious? Ladies and gentlemen, the humans have reached the center, and they're not stopping. They are continuing to go and continuing to fire shots out. Many of those in the back are even using some sort of energy weapons, some sort of blue streaks to fire across. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe what I'm seeing. It is absolute craziness. They seem to not be able to put any type of hand on any of these. Ladies and gentlemen, it is absolute craziness. It seems like they don't even care that the opposing force is not following the rules. They don't seem to care. They have taken the hits, they have taken their lickings, and they are just going. Their vehicles are just not stopping. They're not barely even staggering. The one that took a round in the shoulder seems to have trouble moving its arm a little bit, but it seems as though it is still functional. That strange red liquid that's petroleum-based that goes down is leaking like crazy, but it seems to have stopped. Either they have run out or they do have some sort of shutout valve. I do not know, ladies and gentlemen, and nor do I care, as they are getting within eyesight, visual range of those that were firing the artillery. There is approximately half a dozen of those, and they are completely and utterly surrounded by heavier units. It is absolute craziness. It seems as though they are waiting in ambush for the humans, and the humans are stopping? Ladies and gentlemen, this is strange. I've only seen this once before where the humans stopped and they changed their tactics, they changed their formation. It is absolute craziness. It seems as though they are waiting just on the other side of the terrain feature, trying to get ready. What are they doing? They seem to be spreading out, ladies and gentlemen. This I've seen before. I wouldn't want to be on the other side. This is going to be absolute craziness, ladies and gentlemen. It seems as though the humans are not taking any type of interest in actually making it through by simply controlling the circle. If they push over this terrain feature, the clock will restart. And it will not just hold for them. It will, in fact, restart. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stress this enough. They need to just simply hold their position, but it doesn't seem like they're going to. They are spread out with the one with the main cannons directly in the center. He is flanked on his left and right by those giant big necked bulbous things, and then on the other side, outside of that, are the two mechanical monsters, and right behind them, spaced out fairly evenly, is the arrow face one, which is almost directly behind the one with the main guns, and then you have two of the human shaped ones on either side, and then farther out you have those Cheeking Walkers with the narrow heads with all the missiles. I don't know if they fired all their missiles or not, ladies and gentlemen. If they didn't, this is going to be very, very nasty. However, most of those missiles are designed for long range. If they strike, that'll be something absolutely amazing. But still, ladies and gentlemen, we are watching the humans as they adjust. It seems like everybody's waiting for someone else to make the first move. And the humans are almost lined up, ladies and gentlemen. If they move now, they will be moving all at once. And they are about ready to move, and they are moving, and what? They fired something into the air, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. It is arcing up, arcing over, and it's smoke, ladies and gentlemen. The humans are using an old-fashioned smoke screen. Now, if anyone has upgraded their system to thermals, this won't matter too much, but it seems as though something is happening in the smoke. What is happening? There's another one going off. There's something else firing, and it's on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, something is strange. It's almost like it's some sort of flare. Multiple flares actually flying through the air. Some of them very slowly going down. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't understand. They have shoved all sorts of countermeasures on that. It seems as though they have smoke and thermal being fired off. Anything else, I'd be surprised. It's absolutely crazy. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to say, but a few of our cameras have just failed. We are trying to look in close, but we can't. As soon as our cameras get close, they seem to simply plummet out of the sky. They will not transmit, and they are crashing all over the place. We can only see this from a wide angle. We are trying to zoom in right now, and yes, the humans are moving in. They are moving in, they are crossing, and they are firing like mad. Ladies and gentlemen, they are absolutely just going full hog on the other side. The other side seems to be confused. They don't know where the shots are coming from. We can see energy bolts going in through as these pulse weapons seem to be firing like mad. Behind that, there's a small spark from the outskirts of those kinetic weapons as they're firing. And yes, it is true that the large kinetic weapons are piercing right through. Yes, they are down. 1 is down, 2 is down, 3, 4 are down. It is absolute pandemonium. Many of the larger vehicles are trying to walk their way out of the smoke and trying to get close. And one of them, let's hold on, let's try and get a look at this. One of them is walking towards one of the mechanical beasts, and right now the mechanical beast is actually parrying. He actually knocked it sideways. He's cranking back with his arm, and he has just punched right through the cockpit, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, great maker, that's gross. We got entrails all over the place. And it seems like he doesn't even seem to care, ladies and gentlemen. They are getting very, very close. Now, weapons fire is beginning to fire back out, but it is random. They're having the hardest time locking on to the humans. The humans, I don't know how they're able to lock onto their targets, but they are doing so, and they are doing so very efficiently. There goes the last ones of the largest vehicles. They are down, ladies and gentlemen, and we see ejection pods from all but one of them. It seems as though they're trying to get it back up and running, but I don't know. It looks in rough shape, ladies and gentlemen. The larger ones are trying to go hand to hand with the humans, but it seems like their vehicles are designed for this. And the ones that start in the back, they are in the air, ladies and gentlemen. They are all 4 of them are in the air. They are up, the human-shaped ones and the chicken walker ones. They are in the air, and they're coming down right on top of them. And the human-shaped one is, oh crap, he's landed on it. He's landed on one of the opponents, and he has crushed it underfoot. We've seen this before. It's absolutely devastating. The ones that have the knees backwards, the Cheeking Walkers, are actually landing, and they are flying in. They're stopping on the ridgeline, and they are just blasting away, ladies and gentlemen. We see all sorts of weapons. We see energy weapons. We see small projectile weapons coming out in rapid succession. We see missiles flying out. I don't know how they're able to lock on that close, but they are flying out like crazy, ladies and gentlemen. This is a melee if there ever was one, and the humans seem to be going until their weapons are actually glowing hot, and they are going into fight hand to hand, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolute craziness, but they are severely outnumbered. It's amazing that they're able to keep up. Those on the ridgeline have begun to turn out, and they are firing at those trying to loop around to the outside. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems like a flanking attack was considered, but it seems to be repelled not only by the chicken walkers, but it seems like the human-shaped ones with the projectile weapons in the right arm, it seems as though they have also started to take out the flanks. It is crazy. They are leaving the main body to their heavier walkers. Oh, even the large arrow-shaped heavy walker is just letting go with that. It seems the main cannon on top is just a devastating weapon. Oh, I believe that is one of those that, oh, I think they call them what was it, 205 millimeter cannon. It is absolutely devastating, ladies and gentlemen. It is just blowing them apart. I cannot stress how crazy this has become. They are actually knocking limbs off the other walkers. It seems as though they are taking this personal, shooting into ones that are already down just to make sure they're down. It is absolute craziness. And maybe they should have done that with a large one. It is up. It is moving. It is moving. It is beginning to fire into them. And yes, it has struck one of those with a long neck. And it is going down, ladies and gentlemen. It is falling over. It is on fire. Something exploded on the outside. Oh, something just blew it open. The right arm is now gone. It is gone, and the torso is wide open. Something inside has just exploded, ladies and gentlemen, and it is tumbling down. I do not see an ejection pod yet, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolute craziness, and it seems like it is trying to get back on its feet already, and the large of adversary, he's just being pummeled. Oh, they're just ripping it to pieces, and I see ejection pods going up. They are going up. They have abandoned their device. They have abandoned it. Oh, it is absolute craziness. The one that has been taken apart, the human walker with a long neck, has got to his feet. He seems as though he's trying to actually shoot the other ones, but he has taken too many hits. He has taken far too many hits, and he's going down, dropped to one knee. It doesn't seem like he's going to be able to do much better. And oh, there's the ejection pod, ladies and gentlemen. Human ejection pod is in the air. And hopefully he gets picked up pretty quick, because this is absolute pandemonium. And what in the ever-loving crap is going on? By the love of the great maker, why are they shooting at it? The other forces are actually shooting at the human ejection pods. They have winged it. They have actually hit it, ladies and gentlemen. It has not exploded. It is simply flinched. They are simply starting to burn its chute. If that happens, ladies and gentlemen, there's a good chance the pilot will not survive. I can only imagine what's going through their mind right now as they're being shaken around so much. But those on the ground are taking this very, very personal, as they are starting to rip into their opposing forces with reckless abandonment. The last group of missiles has gone out, and this last volley seems to have caught almost all their vehicles on fire, as we can see glowing red from all their vehicles. All their walking vehicles are simply glowing red from all the heat they're producing. Every single missile just has been used. They sprayed out among the opposing forces. Locked or not, it doesn't seem like they were. They're just trying to get them to stop shooting at their friend. Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolute craziness, and it seems like, yes, the other side is trying to take advantage of the gap open, and they're trying to actually get a hold of not get a hold of. It seems like they're using the fallen human device as a shield. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not expect that. They're trying to use it, but it seems like, oh, shoot. The Arrowhead one just used their upper cannon to blow them apart. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I thought it was a solid slug. No, it is shot, ladies and gentlemen. There must have been 30 or 40 large metal balls that came out of that hit all of them, and it seemed to knock them all down at the same time. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolute craziness. This is absolute pandemonium. As we see, they are down to 9 now, and a few of them are simply running low on ammunition. The one that was squat, that had the major guns, it looks like, yes, the damage that he took before is taking him down. He seems to be only down to energy weapons now. And yet he had a perfect shot on one, did not fire the kinetic weapon. It appears that they hit completely out of ammunition, and it looks like everyone else knows it. They are going in and they are focusing on him, and it looks like they have, yes, the torso is broken apart. Down goes the arm, and they're going in for that side, trying to take the leg. They have taken the leg. The leg is gone, and a ejection pod in the air. That is 2 down for the humans. But they are holding their own, ladies and gentlemen. They have taken down more than 60% of their adversaries and only lost about 20% of their own. It is absolute craziness, and they are trying like hell to get close. But the metal behemoths that we saw before are not taking any chances. They are simply charging in as best they can, and they are striking. They are coming at them. Doesn't seem like they have much more than energy weapons. Again, it looks like most of them have run out of ballistic weapons. Those in back, the ones that walk with the backwards knees, the Cheekin walkers, seems to be using the last of their kinetics on some of the smaller ones. They're firing was that 4 or 6? I can't tell from here, ladies and gentlemen, but they have a lot of them just firing in unison. That must be burning a whole lot of ammunition very quickly. It seems the one with the kinetic weapon in the right arm must have run out because they're down to actually swinging at their opponents and using any type of energy weapons. Will this be the end of them, ladies and gentlemen? It seems like they are desperately trying to stay afloat. It is absolute craziness. And the Arrowhead one, he just fired another kinetic round. It seems like he is not out of this fight, but the arms seem to have enough energy weapons to definitely back up anything. We can see that their energy weapons are running very, very hot. This is absolute craziness. I have never seen anything like this, ladies and gentlemen. Even the previous fight was not this crazy, as they have got completely to melee distance, as many of the other forces have in fact run out of ammunition. This is not to be fully unexpected for a battle to go on this long. It is absolute craziness, ladies and gentlemen, and we have seen another human. He's hit. He's hurt. The one with the bent legs, the Cheekin walker, is hurt. He is staggering very, very badly. And it looks as though he may go down. He just knocked down the one who had damaged his leg. He is able to back up a little bit behind some sort of cover, but it seems as though his walker is more designed for support and long range. It is not designed for up close and personal as much, as it cannot seem to take as much damage, and it seems like their opposing forces are understanding this, and they are going for those two in particular, although they have to fight through the rest of them to do that. It is absolute craziness, and as they do, we can see the other chicken walker is, it seems to be okay, seems to be down again to just energy weapons, and the battle is getting stagnant at this point. It's getting to the point where either side could come out on top, as it looks like, yes, they are going in, they are ramming. It is coming down. They are ramming the human forces, trying to take out the legs, but it seems like the legs on many of these have been reinforced, and maybe that's why they look so bulky, ladies and gentlemen, because a few of the heavy walkers just crashed into the human walkers, and seemingly the human walker barely even felt it. And it looks like the human walkers, yes, they are rearing back, and again, they are striking. It is absolute craziness, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolute craziness all in all. And that other chicken walker that was damaged, yes, he is down. The leg is gone, ladies and gentlemen. The leg has actually been separated. The bottom half has been separated. He's on the ground. It seems like he's trying to maneuver in a way to fight, but he's still taking any type of hits from a roundabout. Seems like he cannot possibly fight them off, and I don't know what his plan is, but ejection pod in the air. They have actually put an ejection pod in the air, and hopefully the recovery team can get that. And why are they shooting at it again? Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to cause many species to be disqualified for the next Galactic Wargames if they keep doing this. Actually, they're most likely going to be disqualified already. I don't think they care anymore. This is absolute craziness, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, the recovery team has gone in, and it looks like they struck the recovery craft. The recovery craft is manned. It is not a drone, ladies and gentlemen. So if they do actually take down a recovery craft, that's going to be just as big of a problem. But thankfully, they have not actually taken out the pod itself. I see a couple scorch marks on the side, but I do not see a puncture on it. So there's that. And they are down to 70%. But what I can see, ladies and gentlemen, as this battle is pretty much over, as all the rest have just do not have the ability to fight down the humans. They do not have the numbers anymore, and they seem like they're focusing on one. They want to get one. They want to get one more, and what they want is one of the mechanical monsters from the first time the humans actually showed up. This seems to be what they want, and they are going in. It is absolute crazy. They are focusing fire on that, and they have got themselves into a small group trying to protect themselves. And here comes the other one, the bulbous one that did not go down, the one that had the big cannons in the arms. I don't know what he's going to do. And great maker, what was that? Oh, I'm sorry for that, ladies and gentlemen. It just fired all of its cannons. Maybe it was holding one round in reserve, but it fired all its cannons, and they were all shot, ladies and gentlemen. All shot from all from their starboard side to their port side. They were all done. They were all in a row. He lined them up, and boom. I think he got about 7 with that one hit. They're going down. Ejection pods are in the air, ladies and gentlemen, like crazy. I only see 2, and they are damaged. They are severely damaged. And it looks like, yes, the Bubbles one is not fast enough to catch up, but it's running straight towards one of these other ones that can fly, the human-shaped ones. It seems to be in the air. Yes, it is. It's in the air again, jumping, and it landed right in front of him. It seems as though the other ones, the opposing force, are trying to figure out what's going on. And as the human one is turning, what are they thinking? What are they thinking? Ejection pods in the air. The humans did not even have to fire. The other pilots just said, I'm done. And they're in the air, and the Galactic Wargames are over, ladies and gentlemen. They are over, and once again, the humans have come out on top. It is absolutely absurd, ladies and gentlemen, that they have only lost 70%, and they were able to fight against opponents that were, in fact, using weapons that we're not supposed to be facing. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not know what to say except, wow. The humans have actually pulled this out. And again, it is of note that these are not fully grown humans. They have not get any type of internal adjustments, no physical augmentation at all. Humans say that is not done until they can stop growing, i.e. past the age of maturity. These are physical. These physical augmentations are not there. So these are what we would consider standard humans, but in fact, you might say they're substandard humans, because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They're not even done growing. These are younglings. These are kids. These are children that are in these machines, and they seem to be heading back, and they seem to be grabbing, they're actually picking up the parts of their own folks. I've never seen this, ladies and gentlemen. They're actually picking up the salvage that's there. Usually the salvage teams actually go and get this for them, but I don't think they care, ladies and gentlemen. They are simply loading up parts. Yes, they're hanging one arm off the other bulbous one. They are grabbing all the ones that are down along with all his parts, and they are heading back to their starting point, ladies and gentlemen. This is something else. We are attempting right now, I'm being told, that we are trying to get a hold of the human commander, the one who coaches this group and helps them with their training. Are we able to get a hold of him? They're not responding, ladies and gentlemen. They seemingly are a bit angry still, and rightfully so. Oh wow. This has been absolute staggering, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot stress how absolutely flabbergasted I am at what has happened. And I will let you know, ladies and gentlemen, we will do our best to get another interview with their commander. But I cannot guarantee that it's going to be as jovial as the last one. But I do hope you all enjoyed this Galactic War Games. And we will see you in 10 of our years for the next games. It has been an honor to watch these and a privilege. Good luck, everyone, and good night.